How's it going, guys? Happy 4th of July. My name's Joa Barron.
I'm Nick Rhodes.
And this is Sundays for NASCAR. Jockey Made in America 250. Chase Elliott is your winner, and Tyler Reddick claims a playoff point for RCR.
Hell yeah, man.
That's awesome. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. We drop videos every single week. Don't miss a beat. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. We'll wait.
No, seriously, we'll wait. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. It's been over 60 years since NASCAR's been to Road America. All these road courses added to the schedule this year. Pretty exciting stuff, and another nail-biting race today.
That's right, Nick. I enjoyed the road. I enjoy all the road courses that NASCAR's adding to the schedule, and we're not even over yet. You asked me last year. We've already had 2 road courses, and I believe that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
So I mean, I'm ecstatic. I know there's a lot of people that don't like road courses, but I like them.
I'm enjoying them. It definitely does add some excitement and some different kind of racing in there into the mix of the schedule.
Yeah, for sure. How did you like qualifying? I know you talked about that to me earlier.
Yeah, I'm not really too big a fan. I kind of liked how they used to do it, where it was a single car qualifying.
Right.
Everybody was by themselves out on the track, but the way they do it now, for
when
whatever
qualifying
reason,
took up a good majority of the day. Remember that?
Yeah, and it did. But the fans enjoy it. The fans want qualifying back, so at least we got to see something. I have an issue with the way that it was done here at Road America.
Right.
Because everybody was out there. Some people were qualifying, some people weren't, but they were all out on the same track. And especially a narrow road course like Road America.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard for those that were qualifying. Some of the slower cars might be in the way, and it would affect their qualifying times. And that was a good example with Matt DiBenedetto. He was in the green above William Byron in that first stage of qualifying, I would say. And then he caught up on some lap traffic.
Right.
I'm not really sure what to call them, but they were in the way.
Right.
And it slowed him down exponentially to the point where he probably could have gotten the pole had he been out there by himself. There were 2 incidents where cars stopped on the track, so NASCAR had to get the red flag out. And
Right.
unfortunately, that really was detrimental to Chase Elliott, because both times that those flags came out, he was in the middle of his qualifying lap.
Right.
And so those were negated. I mean, he wasn't able to actually use those times. So unfortunately, Chase was never actually able to actually get in a qualifying lap, and so he ended up starting 34th.
Drop a comment below. Let us know what you think. Do you like the way that qualifying is? Are you glad qualifying's finally back since a long season, the whole last year? I know we've gotten the privilege of having qualifying a good few times now, and I'm excited about it. I don't like this random pull or random drawing that they did last year, but because it actually was in favor for Chase Elliott a lot last year. You remember that?
Yeah, and Eric Almirola.
Yeah, that's true.
How many times did he start on the pole?
That is very true. So stage 1, we had Daniel Suarez right off the get-go having transmission problems, coming to a complete stop in the middle, before the bridge, in the middle of the road.
Yep.
During the race. It was insane. He's been having those issues. Trackhouse, I guess they can't figure it out, but they're gonna have to figure out something soon. They just bought out Chip Ganassi Racing, and they can't be bringing on these transmission problems.
No. It's a new team. They're going through their own learning experiences.
Correct. I mean, You're going to have those issues. They'll figure them out, but we've been seeing the same problem for a couple races, and it hasn't been fixed yet. I hate to see it for Daniel Suarez.
He ended up going to the garage, but they sent him back out.
Right.
He ended up finishing like 36, so
Yeah.
couldn't really make up any of those spots. But Ryan Preece out early also with power issues. He went straight to the garage and never returned, so
Yep.
he was out early.
Kyle Tilley he hit the wall. Final caution of stage 1, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He was out of the race for the rest of the day as well.
Yeah, he got stuck in the sand pit, and there were still about 2 or 3 laps to go in stage 1. But unfortunately, since the caution came out, that was the end of it.
I hate to see it with you. You see these names you don't even know of. Kyle Tilley, who is that? And it's I hate to see a tough day for him, but that's the way she goes, buddy.
Yeah, that's true.
So stage 2, Austin Cindric been having a great day today, up until he had some issues later on, but he was doing really well at the beginning of stage 2.
Yeah, he's one of those road course guys where I think he'll be in one more this year, probably at the Indianapolis road course, maybe Watkins Glen, not sure which, but you'll see Austin Cindric again in the Cup Series this year for a road course race, and then next year he'll be in it full time.
Yeah, that's true. Brad Keselowski, man. So Team Penske. So Austin Cindric was doing good. Brad Keselowski. It's almost like they've traded spots for the road course, because you would expect Brad to do well, but absolutely not. No. He kind of fell off. He met with dirt in turn 14, and that was, I can't say it surprised me. I hate to say it.
There were a lot of people today that kind of like went off into the dirt and were able to come back in without bringing a caution out, like Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch later on.
Yeah, that's true. Corey LaJoie, well, he wasn't able to get back out, I don't think. Did he need help? He might have got out. It messed him up a little bit.
Yeah, he did end up getting back out and pulled some turf out. He did some landscaping. So Corey LaJoie went off track and was trying to get back on track, and Austin Dillon was already filling up that spot and everything, so they were fighting over the same real estate. And,
they rubbed a little bit.
Corey LaJoie ended up bouncing off of him and going off course and brought some turf back onto the racetrack when he finally was able to get back on.
Right. And Austin Cindric, he was doing so well at the beginning of stage 2, midway point to later on to like stage, or closer to stage 3, Austin Cindric had gearbox issues, which took him out of the race.
Yeah.
I hate it for him, hate it for Team Penske. They actually had a chance of winning this race.
Yeah. During the broadcast, I think they were speculating he may have wheel hopped and broke a rear gear of some kind. And
whenever a promising day came to an end with Austin Cindric, where he was just cutting around the turned himself, and I believe that's when he started having problems with his transmission and took him out for the race of the day.
Yeah.
Hate to see it for Team Penske again. They can't catch a break, but really that all that matters right now in the sport of NASCAR is Team Hendrick, because they're killing it.
So we had some takers on pit road right before the end of stage 2.
Yep.
And unfortunately,
people playing that pit strategy.
Yeah, I mean, well,
hey, it is a long course. We got 4 miles of road before lap 2.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This is one of the biggest tracks that we have in NASCAR. Officially now, since it's been so long since we've been here.
So one of those takers on pit road right before the end of stage 2 was Martin Truex, and he got caught speeding, so he had to do a pass-through penalty and started at the tail end of the lead lap.
Let's flash back to Darlington throwback weekend. We were there.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Truex took the W home for the boys. Your brother's a huge Martin Truex fan. We thought what we're seeing now with Team Hendrick, we thought that Truex was in the position to dominate this year.
I did too.
And ever since then, I think he might have won maybe one more race after that, and then it's just haven't seen much of Martin Truex. He's been getting caught up with either a cut tire, getting caught up with these penalties, or straight up just getting wrecked. And I hate it for him. We all hate it for him. Joe Gibbs, they're top contending, and they still have the top tier drivers, still top 10, top 5 drivers. But Martin Truex, I thought he was going to show us something a little bit different. What about you Martin Truex fans out there? What's going on with your boy? I'd like to know.
Yeah, I mean, I expect him to do a lot better today, because he's one of those classic drivers at road courses and everything. He's always up there. But today it seemed like not so much, but he did make his way back up there at the very end.
Sure he did, yeah. And I mean, that's great to see. I just hate to see him getting caught up on stupid stuff. I heard Dale Jr. talking about on broadcast that I brought up Darlington, that Road America is compared to Darlington because the asphalt is so grainy. It's like sandpaper, like you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of tire wear off.
Yep.
A lot of tire
fall off. just like Atlanta next weekend.
Yes, that's true.
The track surfaces are old and 40 grit sandpaper.
Larry Mack, we need about 42 fresh ones.
We certainly will next week.
Yeah, definitely. You got the chance to drive around Atlanta Motor Speedway, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You were in a retired race car, of course.
Yeah. That was actually a lot of fun. Going about, I want to say 150 to 160 miles an hour, about 2 inches off the wall.
That's awesome.
Scared the shit out of me.
I'm sure it did.
But a lot of fun.
Tyler Reddick wins stage 2. That is awesome. Winning points for RCR.
Yeah, man, that's good stuff. You got 10 stage points and a playoff point to add to it, so that's great.
That's very, very exciting. When we hear Tyler Reddick's name, like you were just talking about being at Atlanta, 2 inches off the wall, that's what he is pristine in.
Yep.
Running right next to that wall, being able to catch that draft. You think road course, I didn't even think to put Tyler Reddick in my
I honestly didn't either.
lineup.
I should have known better,
Right.
based on his practice times and qualifying times.
Exactly.
He was up there all day.
No, he was, and I watched it, and I just had that gut feeling that was just like, don't do it. I think I did see his name, and I was like, maybe, and then I was just like, nah. There's
Right.
other people to pick, but did very well.
Yeah.
Glad for him. He's got those playoff points moving on up in playoff, so.
Yeah, I mean, he's locked in. Well,
Not locked in.
not locked in, but he's definitely within the final 16 as of right now, and those points definitely helped him, keep his spot.
Yeah, they definitely did, and so I know they're proud over there for Tyler Reddick, and I'm proud of him.
Yeah, Sundays for NASCAR is proud of Tyler Reddick.
Definitely. Well, we had stage 3. Your boy, Matty D.
He ran up front today. Actually, he was able to pass Kyle Busch
Yep.
and Chase Elliott,
Yep.
2 amazing road course racers.
That dude, when I saw him pass Kyle Busch, okay, so he passed Chase Elliott, which it was an easier pass than Kyle Busch, so that's why I'm bringing up the Kyle Busch one. When he
Right.
passed Kyle Busch, I was like, oh my God, Matty D might win.
I know.
And it was just, oh man, he's getting the closer we're getting to the end of the season, he's proving himself more and more because he's not guaranteed a ride quite yet.
I agree with you.
I'm sure that he's going to land a job. I'm pretty positive he's going to land a position in a car next year. Don't know what team that's going to be with yet.
No.
But the closer that we get, he's just proving himself more and more and more. And I guarantee you, if he is not with Penske next year, then whoever does pick him up, if it's a better charter that he's going to be riding, I guarantee you he's going to be bringing in some W's.
Yeah, absolutely. He's already got the fan support.
Exactly. Your fan favorite. Did you guys vote for Matty D for the fan favorite at the All-Star race?
I know I did.
I did as well, man. Matty D is awesome.
Ah, man, it was great to see him up front. I was really excited because I picked him in my work pool for some money.
Yep.
Fortunately, it didn't pan out, but at the same time, it was good to see him up front and lead some laps.
It definitely was. Some long laps, too. Equivalent, I mean, if he was at Bristol, man, that would have been like 20 laps, 30 laps. You know what I mean?
No kidding, man.
It's insane.
Unfortunately for this next guy, Anthony Alfredo, he was coming into one of the turns and got on his brakes a little bit too hot and everything because the brake rotor actually exploded, cut down the tire, spun around into the sand pit, and was out of the race.
That pasta got burnt. I don't know why I said that. Hendrick doing so well this year. Fantastic. Kyle Larson's been dominating. I'm surprised that we haven't talked about him. I mean, we've talked about him, but not talking about the wins in the past 2 races, which is exciting for the fans. We want to mix it up, keep it a little different. He did, however, get caught up in a little bit of thing with Alex Bowman. Did you see that?
Oh, that's a teammate.
Oh, it's a teammate.
Yeah, Alex Bowman. They were coming into a turn. It looked like Kyle Larson was pretty hard on the brakes. He was slowing up, but at the same time, Alex Bowman was coming in way too hot.
Way too hot. And I saw that they were talking about maybe he was jumping, and it kind of looked like he jumped a little bit, but yeah, way too hot. Spun Kyle Larson around. And I think it pissed off Kyle Larson a little bit because you saw him whenever he took off. It's hard, and as sandpapery that we talked about Road America is, just floored it with his tires and wasted probably 50% tire wear just trying to get back up to speed and into position when he could have done that a lot more carefully to conserve tires.
Yeah, I agree. It probably had some emotion have to do with it. I mean, he wanted to get back up to speed as quickly as possible, but
well, you could hear on the intercom too with Alex Bowman. He's like, "I got no brakes, or brakes are out." Said something like that, and I know, frustrating, but it does happen, and there's nothing that probably he could have done.
Yeah.
Alex Bowman, he's still learning, but I would consider him, he's on his way to be an all-star.
Yeah, absolutely. He's already got 3 wins this year, so definitely proud of that guy. Especially after last week with that press conference interview. I love me some Alex Bowman now.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Can't do a burnout because I got to race the car tomorrow. I typically stand on the roof of the car. Can't do that because I got to race the car tomorrow. I typically drink all the beers. Can't do that because I got to race the car tomorrow. I have to be way more responsible than I really want to be right now. So
we saw a lot of cars start in the backup this race. There was at least 2.
Yeah. Let's see. I know that Bubba Wallace had to change his transmission.
That's right.
So he had to start
3.
back.
So Kyle Busch too was one of them. Kyle Busch
he wrecked in practice.
During practice, tore up his back end pretty well.
Yeah. Chase Elliott not getting the chance to actually finish a qualifying lap, had to start in the back.
Yeah. He didn't have to start up on a backup though.
No.
Yeah, it was just him.
Yeah.
That was kind of bullshit, but can't keep Chase Elliott down from a road course.
It clearly didn't phase him because guess who won the race, man?
Exactly.
The fan favorite, Chase Elliott. That's my boy.
He's the reason why, and I'll say it every single episode, he wins because of Dahlonega. Dahlonaga's right up the road from where he lives, and Dahlonaga's nothing but this, man. And that's how you learn how they were talking about that he has a specific style of driving, and each driver is different, but he doesn't use the engine brake.
Right.
He doesn't downshift whenever he's going in. It's all brake, baby.
Yeah.
And if you can keep those brakes cool, you know what? By all means, go for it.
Yeah, it'll definitely help you in the long run if you can keep them cool.
No stress on that transmission, and it's just that's where he learned it from. I guarantee you that's where he learned it from.
Windiest roads in the state of Georgia.
Yes, sir. Good old Georgia boy. Chase Elliott coming in first, Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, and Denny Hamlin. That's your top 5.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about those results right there because I got 2 of my boys in the top 5 with Chase Elliott winning the race and Kurt Busch in 4th. Kurt Busch had a hell of a day today, and
yes, he did. And like you were talking about earlier, he went into the dirt. He caught a lot of landscape. I mean, it was flying up in the air. I thought it was going to mess him up because a lot of these cars that we saw go off roads, they got some damages that pushed them all the way to the back.
Yeah, he had quite a bit on the grill. I was thinking, it was also pretty close to the end of a stage, but at the same time, 4 miles.
Exactly.
It's a long time to get around. I thought he might be overheating the engine.
Yeah, maybe, but he clearly showed us wrong.
Yeah. Thank you, Kurt Busch, for doing so good.
We had the rest of the field: Chase Briscoe, Ross Chastain, Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr., and Matty D.
Yeah.
We were talking about Martin Truex earlier. He did get a top 10. That's great.
That's true.
Great for, coming into the playoffs. But the biggest ones for me, personally, is Matty D and the Watermelon Man, Ross Chastain, coming in 7th place.
Hell yeah, man. I'll agree to that. I love how all of a sudden this Chip Ganassi news comes out.
Yep.
And look who's stepping up.
Exactly, man.
Both Ross Chastain and Kurt Busch in the top 10 today. And last week, Ross Chastain finished really well inside the top 10. There was another week before that he finished 2nd. I mean, Ross Chastain is stepping up, clearly.
He's killing it.
I might have to start using him.
Yeah, I know. We have a few more road courses, and dude, there's without a doubt. I think I said that last road course, and I didn't play him this week. Yeah. I don't know why. Well, guys, we will be coming to Atlanta next week. We have a pretty eventful weekend set up for you guys and for the content that we plan on getting. It's going to be our first time ever camping infield at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the both of us.
Yep.
For the whole team, and we got a lot lined up, a very busy schedule.
Yeah, we'll definitely be coming at you guys with a lot of new and different content than we haven't been able to get before because we're in the infield.
Right.
But you guys on the outside of the track, don't worry, we'll get to you guys too. We're going to be making our way all the way around the track to the camping area, to the merchandise trailers.
Definitely.
Just be on the lookout for the mullets and the stashes. Chase Elliott wins it again. He had a hell of a burnout, enough so that he popped both his rear tires for the fans, and that was awesome.
Did. He did pop his tires, and he went around. And I don't know if you caught this. No, you didn't catch it. You didn't catch the Xfinity race, but so Kyle Busch, he went to the start-finish line as well whenever he won yesterday, and they don't do the burnout start-finish line.
Right.
They do it over there in front of the other fans. I don't remember what turn. Is it turn 9 or something like that? No, not 9.
14 maybe?
Maybe. I have no idea. But yeah, so they both came over. So Chase Elliott did his big burnout at the start-finish line. And there was a few fans that saw it, but that wasn't the majority.
Right.
So he went to go pick up his checkered flag, drove down to where they normally do their burnouts. He did his burnout. Well, he wasn't going to. He came to a stop, did his post-race interview and everything, and the crowd started chanting, "Burn out, burn out, burn out." Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. This is Sundays for NASCAR.
Hit that like button because it really helps us out. And if you're not already subscribed, we need you to do that too. We have content coming out every single week, so stay tuned for more, especially this new content coming from Atlanta.
Right. And with these races that we're attending, so we have our podcast, what we are watching right now, and these races that we're actually attending, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet or not, but go back, check out Nashville, check out Charlotte. They're actually full-length episodes of doing fan experience, the experience that we experience going to these races, and they are awesome, man.
A lot more in depth and in detail than what we're doing right now.
Definitely, and we put a lot of time and effort into these videos. So if you guys like what you like, those likes really help us out, and those comments get us engaged, and we like to talk to you guys.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. Sundays for NASCAR is all about you, the fans, by the fans.
By the fans. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next week at Atlanta Motor Speedway.